Hi, my name is Alex Buriak, and I'm the Senior Vice President here at Jet Lending. This video is going to go over the math on how loan-to-cost lending works. Now, loan-to-cost lending is a little bit different than loan-to-value lending. There's a lot of lenders out there that will say that they have a max loan of 75% loan-to-value. But what they don't say is that there's a loan-to-cost addition to the beginning for a structured down payment. On this option, if you're choosing a loan-to-cost type lending, it's all dependent on the as-is value or the purchase price, whatever is less. So you can go up to 90% of the as-is value or the purchase price, whatever's lower at closing, and you'd have to cover up the difference. There's a max loan of up to 75% loan to value to make sure that you're still in leverage from your purchase price and your repair costs and how much the property is going to be worth. So this video is going to go through the math so you can better understand how the loan works so you can see how you need to buy these properties to maximize your profits. Here's a simple loan estimator. When you have a loan come in, we'll put your numbers in a matrix to see what would your loan look like. After we evaluate the property, we'll give you these numbers to say, this is what we're projecting before you order an appraisal. Does this meet your expectations on how you're trying to buy the property? Would you like to order an appraisal? So let's go over some of the math so you can see how these loans work, so you can see how you need to buy them, so you can make better decisions and be more informed throughout the process. So let's say you have this property, and let's say today it's worth $200,000. Or sorry, the purchase price is $200,000. Let's say the repairs are $50,000. Let's say the after repaired value is $350,000. But let's say the as-is value as it sits today, distressed or not, is $220,000. So that means this property is worth $220,000. You got it at a discount of $200,000. Your loan to value is at 75%. Your loan to cost is up to 90. Let's put you at 3% origination. Let's say at 8.4% interest only payments without any penalty for early payoff. Put you on a 12-month term. And let's see, we'll put you at $580 monthly taxes and get your flood at, let's say it's a homeowner's insurance is $100 a month, and we'll get everything calculated here. Okay, so here's the difference. You'll see that your reserves needed right here is $28,820 because your estimated down payment is $20,000. Because I am going to close and with a 180 at closing. So because you bought it for 200 and I can cover up to 90%, I'm going to close with 180 at closing. So you're out of pocket 20,000. But let's say for any reason you decided to buy this property for $230,000. Let's say you didn't mind because you were making this a rental or something like that, and your return on investment is going to come much later off the appreciation, the generated cash flow and stuff like that. So you didn't mind coming out of pocket more. Well, this time, as is value is lower than purchase price. So what I would do here is I'd come here and change it to as is. You can see your reserves needed to change because now you're coming out of pocket $32,000 at closing because it's going to be 90% of the 220 plus the other difference from the 230 on. So it's an extra $10,000 on how you bought it. Remember, there's three variables that you have to pay attention to when you're buying these properties: purchase price, repairs, and after repaired value. You can't change what the repairs cost because that's going to be dictated by what you do and your labor costs and the material costs about whatever market that you're in. You can't change the after repaired value because that's going to be dictated by the market. The only thing you can change in investment real estate, a variable that you can actually control, is purchase price. So how you buy these things are going to be dictated on how much money out of pocket you're going to be, on what type of investment risk you're willing to take. So this is what a loan to cost loan would look like. Your monthly interest payments would be about $1,386 a month. And you would close and start fixing up the property. Now, let's say this is a flip. So let's say down here, you sold this for $350,000. You were in this loan for 6 months. Let's say you pay $200 a month in utilities because you got to put the gas on and the water. There's people using power tools and using the facilities and things like that. You got to keep that stuff on while the rehab's going. Let's say you paid 6% agent fees. Let's say the buyer and the seller, just the worst math possible, to see if the numbers work. You had to pay yourself back every bit of monthly payments. You were out of pocket $40,000 at your first closing with your fees and your title fees and things like that. Your second closing, usually the seller pays for that, is about $5,250. And if you sold this for $350,000, so that means you paid back your 248 loan. You paid back yourself every penny of interest payments that you paid out. Because remember, you got any monies that you pay out into the deal, you have to pay yourself back to get your net profit. Okay. So you paid yourself back the 6 months of interest payments. You paid yourself back the 6 months of utilities. You paid yourself back the 6% agent fees. You paid yourself back both closing costs. You paid yourself back all your interest payments, any HOA fees that you had a month. And you sold it for $350,000. Your estimated profit would be about $20,386 net for that deal. And you have to ask yourself, is in 6 months making $20,000 worth your investment risk? Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. And that's what we'll do to help you here at Jet Lending. We'll help you analyze this stuff to say, well, you're like, well, I need to make at least $40,000. Well, okay, well, so this is where you'd have to buy it at for that. This is your relative risk on that. So get with us. I hope this math worked to help you figure out how a loan to cost loan works. You have both options in the state of Texas and nationwide. In the state of Texas, there are loan to value 100% finance options. So make sure you watch that video as well so you can see how the math works on that. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please get with your loan officer and we'll walk you through your business plan today.